That's fine. Yeah.
You on?
Yeah, right.
All right. So tonight we're going to give you some feedback on what we've encountered when we've tried to involve uh, state departments in this fight that we're having. So Eddie called
I called a children's home.
a children's home.
Yes, that is here in Pretoria.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke to them and I said to them, would it be possible for us to come and speak to one of the therapists or whatever they might have there, okay, as to offer help and tips and advice for parents, for children, for anybody who's subjected to social media so that they can have some sort of idea how to cope, especially for children. Because you get a child now on Facebook or a child is on Twitter, which they're not supposed to be, but they are. I mean, let's face it, they go there and they're on Facebook, they sit in front of it the whole afternoon, whatever. Okay. You need that child to understand that when an adult who is very good at manipulating children,
Grooming.
yes, grooming, knowing how to get them to do what they want. When an adult like that starts to talk to them, starts to groom them, starts to push them in a direction, especially children who come from a very impoverished home. Maybe there's a single parent, maybe there's two parents who have to work day and night. Who knows what kind of supervision they have. But they need to understand what is happening and what is going to happen.
All right. You explain that to the person that answered the phone.
Impossible. Okay.
They were resistant, and they were also blocking you, weren't they?
Yes, you see what's happening is, from what I could gather, I mean, I'm surmising now what's going on inside their head, okay? But from what they were saying, okay, first of all, they said, oh no, they don't do that. Okay, they don't offer advice. Okay, and then they put me through to the person who's in charge of the media,
Their public relations.
yes, like the public relations. And the person there as well. I said, could we come and make a short video clip that we can have freely available to children to watch so that they can get an understanding, because it's a reality, it's happening.
It's happening.
Okay, you wouldn't have 500,000 uploads a day if you didn't have the children that you can use. There's a lot of South African children who are doing it. There's one case on Twitter of a girl who's only 14 years old who's offering pictures of herself nude, pictures of that. Now, obviously, it's not her doing this. Somebody else must be doing this to her.
Yeah.
This is in South Africa. It's not in some. It's not in Russia or where a lot of that does happen, where it's very, very, very prevalent. Yes.
But even there, I mean, let's not get away from that, because even there, I mean, if it's happening in Russia, it's happening in China, they're adults supervising this.
Yes.
It's not as if suddenly this kid of 2 years old decides to become a porn object. There are adults involved.
No, there's another sick, terrible aspect to this. There's what they call non-nude models. Okay, the abbreviation on the internet is NN. Okay, any search for NN will show you children, okay, especially if it's NN models, will show you children in their underwear, in their bathing suits, in very suggestive poses. Okay, in poses that they adult poses. Exposing
sexualized.
Yes, sexualized poses where the focus is on their genitals, you know, and that always states there with those sites, which are there's hundreds on Twitter, thousands, I don't know how many, okay, and all of those sites say there that there was constant adult supervision by a parent or a legal guardian, and that's
to cover themselves, right?
Yes. So that's just one thing. But the point, sorry to digress, but the point of today is that no matter how hard I tried, okay, and you tried as well,
Yes.
all right, you saw, with the children's home, we can't get anybody to help.
No.
The children's home gave us the number
It's
for
not
the,
working.
yes, for the, what's it called, child welfare.
Child welfare.
Yeah, in
Wrong number.
in Pretoria. That number is no longer in use.
So what we can draw from that is that all these children under state care are not getting educated at all about the dangers of what we're trying to stop. They're not,
Yes.
they're just getting fed and put to bed or whatever, but they're not getting any education. They're not going to come out there any smarter, any more knowledgeable about sexualization than they were when they got in.
Yes, and especially about how people will groom them and, and get them, to do these kind of things. And also, young parents and the women who are in like a bad situation in life, they need to understand what the implications are of people who groom them to show their children. Because what is very, very large is people have live Skype and QQ and those kind of sessions where you can watch on camera while a parent abuses a child or caretaker or whoever. So they need to be, someone needs to help them, to explain them, to help them to understand of what this is actually doing.
Of course, I digress a little bit, but I'm sitting here thinking that what kind of monsters are these children going to grow up to be?
Of course.
What are we doing to society? It's self-harm. If we're allowing this, these kids, they're not really, they can't damage society in itself as they are children, but if they grow up to be adults, what are we talking about? We're talking about the greatest damaged people, serial killers or murderers, or as we saw with, as we said, with Charlize Theron thing. The child was so abused when she grew up, she started killing men, the Johns, so we're creating a kind of, if we've got a 500,000, I mean, let's look at the numbers. I mean, in case anyone thinks that we're overstating this, if we've got 500,000 uploads a day or views a day, Uploads a day. Yes. Okay, if we've got 500,000 uploads a day, it's not, that means that whoever is uploading it has got more than one example of it. Say he's got 10.
Yes, let me show you something. One second. Sorry.
Say he's got 10.
Yes.
So multiply 500,000 by 10, you've got 5 million.
Yeah. Now, if you have a look here, these are the latest statistics on child pornography on the internet. Okay? And here they show you how much of a problem is it really. Here are the numbers. Okay? 12% of the total websites on the internet.
12%.
12%. Okay? Contain child pornography. Okay? 25% of searches, that is Google, whatever, 25% of all searches are related to child pornography. Okay? 28,000. Okay? That's the number of users are viewing porn every second. Every second that goes by.
How many? Say that again.
28,000 people are looking at pornography, not child pornography, but pornography nonetheless. Okay, every second.
How much of that is child pornography? We're not worried about a guy wanking to a picture of a thing I might, be myself, but child pornography. Let's just say that 1% of that is child pornography. No, let's work on the 12%. The 12%.
It is even higher.
Okay, let's say it's 12%. Let's say it's 12%.
I'll tell you why it is higher. Okay, because child pornography has become a bigger industry financially than drugs.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah, the cops said that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than drugs.
It's bigger than drugs.
Yeah, this is really David and Goliath, huh?
Yes.
So
the average monthly unique visitors. So that means people have not visited the site before.
yeah,
It's the first time that they're visiting a site.
I'm afraid. You know what I'm
Okay.
afraid of now? When you say this, you know what I'm afraid of?
Yes.
I'm afraid of the thing that happened with the crash in 2008. The banks were all thieves. They were stolen, but they were too big to fall. I'm wondering if this isn't now too big to fail, too big to fall. There's so much money, there's so much interest, there's so much benefits for people in this industry that perhaps that's why. I mean, we've got another problem, and I interject here now. The other problem that we have is the thing I got from Desi today, you know, where she said, I'd like to help, I really want to help you, but I don't want to get involved, I can't bear it. I think there's this whole repugnance of the whole thing that is putting people off thinking about it. Because if people had to come and help us, they would have to be thinking about this, and people don't want to think. It's just too terrible. The same idea is we couldn't think of the banks failing because it's just too big. It's too big for us. You know, it's too big.
You know what? I'll tell you the solution to this. Okay. The solution to this is how does Twitter benefit financially from having child pornography on it?
All right.
Okay, and I'll explain to you.
Right.
Okay, how Twitter benefits is the more users that there are on Twitter.
Yes.
Okay, the more Twitter can sell its advertising space for.
Well,
if Twitter loses 300 million users, it can no longer ask the same amount for advertising as it did before.
Yeah, we used to have that when I was in the press. They were called ABC figures. There was ABC is an acronym for whatever it was, accounts, whatever. It was basically that you could only charge for advertising based on your ABC figures. So in other words, if you had a circulation of 100,000, you charged $10. But if you had a circulation of 200,000, you charged $20.
Yes.
So
now,
same.
If you have a look at this, okay? If you have a look at these crazy figures here, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just see. Okay. There was approximately 3,000, okay, English language websites, just English language, okay, that distribute child pornography, okay, that can be found. But they no longer need websites. It's available on social media. How many billion people users has Facebook got? I don't even know. I can't remember. How many billion users does Twitter have? I don't know. We must look at these figures. But you no longer need websites. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And if you
so in other words, there's a machinery out there that's been oiled, that's been facilitated to this. I mean,
well, if you have a look, if you take, let's just take an example that everybody knows. If you take the Kardashian sisters, okay, Caitlyn, I think, is the youngest one.
Whatever,
She just became the youngest billionaire female ever, and she became this by endorsing and being the face for cosmetics and everything on Twitter and on the rest of social media. Now she commands over $1 million for a single endorsement of a product because she's a social influencer. How can she get $1 million for a single endorsement? The reason is easy. She has however many million followers. Okay? Those followers.
How does that impact on child pornography?
I'll explain.
Yeah.
Those followers that follow Caitlyn, let's say, Caitlyn Jenner, okay? Their value is boosted by all the other users, okay, that are on the whole platform. So, when Twitter is selling advertising space that she is going to promote, and she herself is selling through endorsements, okay, her platform potentially is the whole of Twitter. Okay, plus the amount of followers that she has got currently. So the extra amount of people who are only there for child pornography. And never mind only child pornography, for this new thing called hurtcore.
What?
Hurtcore.
How's hurt spelled? Like hurt?
Hurtcore. Now, hurtcore pornography,
Yeah.
that is child pornography where they hurt the children.
How is it spelled?
It's Hurt.
H
U
R T. That's it.
COR.
Hertz is like the Hertz.
Yes,
Yeah.
hurt, and then core, like the core of the earth.
S.
No, CORE.
Hurt. Oh, hurt.
Yes.
Hurt is in pain. Hurt.
Yes. So now, hurtcore pornography
Yes.
is the new.
How do you
keyword.
access that? I mean, what do you have to do? If I wanted to get onto it now,
We can't tell people how to do it because
no,
it
because
is illegal.
they're legal. Yeah.
Okay, but hurtcore pornography is the new trend. It's what people want to see. The movie Daisy's
You
Destruction.
know, hurt kids.
Yes, this is what the point of it is. Children are tortured. Okay? They are tortured. And they're sexually tortured. In the case of the movie Daisy's Destruction,
They're killed.
they killed the child. And they live streamed it.
Right.
It was live streamed while they killed the child. And that's what people paid a lot of money for. They were paying $5,000 to $10,000 just
watch
to
it.
have access
To watch
to the
it.
live feed. Now this Daisy's Destruction is still being distributed
Yes.
on Twitter. People are still putting it out. Now there's another thing, is that the organization in America,
Yes.
which prevents child pornographic pictures
Images. Yeah.
and images and videos and everything like that being shown more than once they are banned, okay, relies on facial recognition
Right.
and on hashtags.
Okay.
Now, if you don't put hashtags in your description of your video, then it won't pick it up. And it seems to be that it doesn't seem to be working, because if it is working, then these people are making new stuff all the time. Because the amount of actual child pornography that is on Twitter is staggering. It is just myself as a single person. Okay, if I could find as much as I did, then imagine how much there actually is.
Somebody who actually looking for it. Yeah.
Yes,
Somebody actually gets off on it.
yes. And here's another statistic, okay, that 7 in 10 is the number of children who've inadvertently viewed online pornography. 70% of children under the age of consent, okay, under the age where they should be watching this kind of pornography of any kind, have viewed it accidentally because there's not enough control. And then 11 is the average age which a child is first exposed to adult material. And then 1 in 7 is the number of youths who are being solicited for sex online.
How much time have we used?
No, we can carry on. There's no problem.
Okay.
But the problem that we had today, okay, and here is another statistic, okay? 1,536 is the number of sites featuring child pornography just in 2008.
How many?
1,536 sites, separate internet sites, which could be identified, which featured child pornography, which was in 2008. That is 11 years ago. But there's a much bigger problem now. You have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have YouTube. YouTube videos with children being they're in a bath, their parents are playing with them and they're wearing swimming suits. People watch this and they take the timestamp where you can see a little bit of their underwear or this or that. and they'd make them the worst comments. YouTube had to quickly do something about it. So they stopped all comments on these videos. Tumblr. Tumblr is an app which was just exchanging photographs and this and that and that and this. And Apple took them off their Play Store, Apple's version of the Play Store. The iStore, whatever it's called. Okay, or what, I don't know what it's called. Okay, the Apple Store. Apple took them off because they contained so much child pornography. So they quickly banned all pornography and tried to stop it. But they still don't stop it. But our main problem that we speak about today is the number for the child protection, what is it called? Child welfare.
Child welfare, yeah.
In
They say
Pretoria.
child welfare, child protection, but
Child
they
welfare
don't
in
answer their
Pretoria.
phone, anything like
The
that.
phone doesn't know it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not,
Okay.
they're not sort of,
The people
they
at
do
the-
what they
the-
have to do.
the
Also, I
people
think
at the-
they feel threatened that they're not doing another. I got from the call that you made today that the person you spoke to was more concerned about her own position and in case you found that it was wanting.
Now I'll tell you something, okay? Let's phone the police
Yeah,
and tell them,
yeah,
okay, there's a man with a gun
yeah,
walking into the local McDonald's.
yeah.
I guarantee you a response immediately.
Immediately.
Okay, however,
Yeah,
let's try and find somebody who we can tell, listen,
yeah.
there is a child on the internet,
Yeah,
okay, who has been hurt, mutilated, whatever. Okay?
Yeah.
First of all, there's no one that you can find
yeah. Nobody
specifically
will know what
about
you're
it.
talking about anyway.
Okay? Does the flying squad handle it? No.
No.
Who handles it?
Yeah. Well, if you give us an
So-
address, maybe we can send someone down there, I don't know, in the next couple of days to check it out. I think
Yes.
that would be the thing. Can you give
I
us a
don't-
name and address? No, I can't,
Yeah.
but I can tell you that it's on the internet. Well, we don't know anything about the internet. We can't control it.
I do not actually blame the people,
No,
okay, working.
no, it's
At
no,
these,
it's a structure.
places.
They're working inside that. It's
So
a structure.
they don't have the training and they don't have the backup from the authorities
Yeah.
to do what they need to do.
Yeah. Besides which, in South Africa, there's enough crime to keep them busy.
Yeah,
All right, so hardcore, man.
yeah. Hurtcore.
Hurtcore.
Hurtcore. This is
Yeah.
the.
Ours is hardcore, theirs is hurtcore. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Bang, let's have a look. How long is it?